The world began to tremble, a deep, ominous rumble, echoing from the very core of the earth. An ocean, one that shouldn't have been there, defied all logic, its waters surging upwards. Reaching for a sky now fractured with glowing cracks of light. Staring up at the impossible sight, his jaw practically on the floor, Luffy could only manage a single, awestruck thought. Whoa. This is even crazier than Skypiea. He felt a familiar thrill, the promise of an adventure, unlike any he'd known. This was something new, something grand, and he couldn't wait to see what happened next. Beside him, Naruto's expression was anything but excited. He squinted, his senses on high alert, trying to decipher the strange energy pulsing around them. It wasn't like anything he'd ever encountered. This isn't normal chakra, he muttered, his voice tight with seriousness. It feels alive. The energy was raw, untamed, and it sent a shiver down his spine. It was a power that didn't belong to their world, and its presence signaled a danger far greater than any He instinctively reached for a kunai, his body tensing for a fight he couldn't yet see. Suddenly, a blinding flash of white light engulfed them. The ground vanished from beneath their feet. They were pulled upward, not just into the sky, but into a swirling vortex of chaos. The world became a maelstrom of memories and alternate realities. Faces flashed before Naruto's Isakura's concerned expression. Sasuke's cold glare. Even the reassuring sight of Kakashi Sensei all fading in and out of the cosmic storm. He felt a profound sense of loss as his world was torn away from him. Piece by agonizing piece. They were spinning, tumbling through the void, losing all sense of direction. They landed hard, the impact jarring them back to a harsh reality. The ground beneath them was cracked and barren. They looked up to see a sky stained a deep, unsettling crimson. The landscape was a graveyard of broken, skeletal trees, and an eerie silence hung heavy in the air. This place was dead, devoid of life. Naruto slowly pushed himself to his feet, his eyes scanning the desolate horizon. A grim realization settled over him. This isn't our world, he said, the words tasting like ash in his mouth. Luffy, ever the optimist, was already exploring. He bent down and picked up a familiar-looking weapon, though it was cracked and weathered. Ah, kunai! He tossed it in his hand, a wide grin spreading across his face, despite their dire situation. Guess we're gonna need more than a map this time, huh? He looked over at his new companion, his eyes sparkling with the challenge. To him, this wasn't a crisis. It was the start of the greatest adventure ever. A slow smirk crept onto Naruto's face, the despair giving way to his own unshakable determination. He met Luffy's gaze, a newfound fire in his eyes. Or maybe we just make our own path. They were lost, far from home, in a world that was actively hostile, but together, maybe, just maybe, they had a chance. Somewhere in the desolate distance, a sharp, metallic clang echoed through the silence. A familiar three-bladed sword had just clashed with another, its wielder, meeting a dark-haired stranger with eyes that held a storm of their own. Zoro had just met Sasuke. Next episode, when blades collide. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss a moment of the action. See you next time!